Good morning, our sister. Please tell us your name, where you're coming from, and what your testimony is for the glory of God.
Good morning, brethren. My name is Lethabo Maredi. I am from Karen Park. My testimony today is about healing and confirmation of prophecies, and just to glorify God on the love and mercy that He has shown throughout. A week before last, I invited my sister who lives in Limpopo to church. She has been calling me for a few months now about her feet that were painful, and the medicals couldn't explain what was happening. They would just give her painkillers, but then there was no solution. So I invited her to church last week, week before last, and she was registered on the prayer line. She is healed now. She's back in Limpopo. She is okay. She is fine. Since the last 2 weeks, she hasn't complained. And before, she has been complaining every day. She will call me crying about her feet, painful feet, that the medicals couldn't do anything about.
Hallelujah. Let us put our hands together for Christ Jesus. So tell us, how long did your sister have this issue?
For over 3 years.
And all this time, the doctors couldn't see what the root cause of this issue was.
No, nothing.
And all it took was for her to come to church, receive prayer, and the touch of God through the man of God, and she was healed completely.
She was healed completely.
Hallelujah. Let us put our hands together for Christ Jesus. Please continue.
Testimonies about the 2 prophecies that I received last week in the church during prayer line. The man of God, as I was getting the deliverance, the man of God said to me that, where is my husband? Is the house finished where we are building?
What's his name? He's the father of your children. You must ask him for the things that he wants to happen. Have you finished this house? No. You see, this house, in order to finish, this man must swallow his pride. And he must come into the house of God. I see the time is coming in the house of God. Something is going to say, break. Death in the mighty name of Jesus.
I will tell you that we have built a house here in Karen Park. The house is complete, it's habitable, but it's not up to the scratch that we would want it to be. And we are also intending to build at home in Limpopo. And we have not started as yet, but we have all the materials, but starting is a problem. We are just not starting. We don't know what the delay is about, but there's no progress at all on that. So when the man of God talked about is the building complete, I understood completely where he was referring to. And I believe that with that prophecy, revelation, we will see our breakthrough. So that prophecy was correct. And the second prophecy was, I must stop eating. He said I must stop eating. And that is exactly what I was doing. Actually for this year, since it started, I was just eating. I was picking out. That's what I could say. I was picking out. I will just eat uncontrollably. I could see it, but there was nothing I could do about it. I would not be full when I eat. But after the prophecy, I wasn't, this week I was not eating, and I was just eating normally. And I would eat and be full and really leave food there, plate not fully finished, because I was full. But before I couldn't, I will eat and go back and eat, and I'll eat the kids when they leave that. I will just be eating, and every time I will see myself just eating. So I really want to thank God for that revelation, and I believe that I have been redeemed, and I will see good health.
Hallelujah. We thank God for your deliverance. So tell us, how did the uncontrollable eating affect your life?
I was heavy. I would just feel myself heavy, and it felt like I had this extra stomach on the right side of my body. You know, there will be this fullness on the right side of my body, but I would not be full that I would stop eating. It will just want me to continue eating and eating. It felt like my stomach had shifted to the right side. So that is just how it affected me, and I would be heavy and tired.
And now,
And my tummy was also growing, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was seeing that my tummy was just growing.
now that you have not been eating uncontrollably and the eating has normalized throughout the whole of this week, what are the changes that you have seen in you?
I have seen really good changes, because now when I feel my body full, I can listen to it, and I don't have that urge to eat anymore. And I think my health has been restored. My confidence as well has been restored, because this eating that I will even do it in public. At work when we eat, I will go, I will get 3 packs of Zimbas and eat. So my confidence as well has been restored, and my health has been restored. So I would like to glorify God for that.
Hallelujah. Let us put our hands together for Jesus Christ. Our sister, please tell us what your advice to the children of God is.
My advice to the children of God is that, when we come to church, we come with a prescription list. This is what we want God to do for us. And when that thing doesn't seem to be happening, especially it will be our health. And when that doesn't seem to be happening in our body, we forget that, God sees more than we see. He sees, in the spiritual, He sees everything. And now we are only focused on what we feel at that moment, and we tend to lose our faith. Only when you focus and really just have faith and trust and obey the word of God, you will see things that you were not seeing. God will reveal a lot to you that you were not aware, and that will be your deliverance. So just trust and obey the word of God. You will, even though you are not healed in the body, but it's a process. It happens. It's a process. Believe in God and have faith, and it shall be done.
Amen. Our sister, please continue seeking God in His word, and may you continue to make His word the standard of your life as He continues to reveal Himself some more to you as well as your family. Amen.
Thank you.